This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Pregnant woman killed in double murder in Norwood, St. James. A woman reported to be 4 months pregnant was shot and killed along with her common-law husband after gunmen attacked them in the early hours of Saturday morning in Norwood, St. James. Initial reports are that Suwayne Pennicott, otherwise called Susu, and Barrington Clark, also called Pepper, were murdered while in bed after gunmen invaded their home on Chico Lane. It is alleged that about 3:50 a.m., the assailants made their entry by breaking down the door and then peppered the couple with several rounds. They then made good their escape. The mother of 4 and her common-law husband were later pronounced dead. The incident has left that area of the Norwood community tense. Family members were distraught as they tried to come to grips with the killing. A relative who was on the scene shared that Pennicott, who already was the mother of 4 boys, was hoping for a girl with her current pregnancy. She was 4 months pregnant and she always tell me say I want girl she want. She have 4 boys and she need a girl, the relative remarked. The family member further insisted that the deceased woman worked hard for her kids, and it was just recently she had told her that she had just paid the school for her 12-year-old so that he could graduate. She's a hard-working girl. She stand up to our kids them. She help our kids them very much. Another family member disclosed that Pennicott was the main breadwinner for her children. The police are now continuing their probe into the matter, which occurred in a section of the community that falls under the zones of special operations that had been set up in the community last year. 6 injured in St. Thomas 2-vehicle crash. 6 persons, including a minor, received the injuries in a 2-vehicle crash in St. Thomas this morning. One of the vehicles caught fire. The crash occurred about 4:34 a.m. along the Pamphret Main Road. Firefighters from Morant Bay and Yalas responded to the incident. The fire was extinguished and the injured persons were assisted to the Princess Margaret Hospital where they are being treated. Woman in viral stabbing video charged. Chanel Freckleton, the 28-year-old woman who was seen in a viral clip allegedly stabbing a man, has been charged with unlawful wounding. She is set to appear in the St. Catherine Parish Court on June 29. The alleged assault was reported to the police on May 28. The victim of the alleged assault was 34-year-old Keshawn MacGyver Porter. She did not make a report about her child being molested. She informed the police that she and the father of her child have a dispute in a family court in Kingston, as the father had filed for custody of the child, a police source told the news. Major gun and ammo bust in St. Catherine, men arrested. 9 guns, including 3 M16 assault rifles, were seized by the police during an operation along the North-South Highway last night. The other weapons include 5 9mm pistols and a revolver. Over 440 assorted rounds of ammunition were also seized after police teams, led by Deputy Commissioner Fitzbailey, reportedly intercepted a motor vehicle near the highway exit in Newarton, St. Catherine. 3 men have been taken into custody, police sources disclosed. The guns and ammunition were cleared from the wharf earlier in the day and were being transported to Trelawney, a police source disclosed. The police confirmed the seizure on its official Twitter account and promised to provide more details. China Harbor Engineering Company to address underperforming subcontractors on highway. China Harbor Engineering Company, which is the main contractor for the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, says it will be addressing the issue of underperforming subcontractors. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Everald Warmington, in making the disclosure, said the pace of work and the dust nuisance remain a major complaint of residents, especially in St. Thomas. Speaking during a tour of the project on Thursday, June 2, the minister said some subcontractors are not living up to the responsibility of their contract, and where they are negligent, then China Harbor will step in and have those rectified. In a release, the minister noted that the contract makes it clear that where the subcontractor is insufficient in performance, China Harbor is obligated to step in and do the work itself. At the same time, he said it is hoped that the subcontractors, many of whom are locals, will improve their performance to prevent China Harbor from taking over completely. Thursday's tour of the project spanned from Bull Bay in St. Andrew to Long Bay in Portland, where the minister was given a first-hand account of the state of some of the roads. The minister was joined by senior representatives at the National Works Agency, representatives from China Harbor Engineering Company, and other partners in the project. Warmington said that while progress comes with some amount of inconvenience at first, every effort will be made to address the challenges. Communications and Customer Services Manager at the NWA, Stephen Shaw, said that some of the major challenges being faced by residents should ease shortly. By the end of summer, some aspects of the roads will be significantly improved from their current 60 to 70% level of completion, he said. This will include the implementation of certain infrastructure works, such as asphaltic concrete. The Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project is being carried out by the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation with the funding from the Government of Jamaica and the China Exim Bank. The project seeks to improve the alignment and capacity of the existing Southern Coastal Main Road arterial road to make it safe and sufficient, free from flooding, and provide for future development. It entails the rehabilitation of approximately 110 kilometers of road between Harborview in St. Andrew and Port Antonio in Portland, and the 26-kilometer thoroughfare from Morant Bay to Cedar Valley in St. Thomas. The project also includes the construction of the Maypen to Williamsfield segment of Highway 2000 by the National Road Operating and Constructing Company. New opportunity presented in court ruling on police overtime claim, says Clark. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark is suggesting that Friday's Supreme Court ruling concerning a long-running overtime pay dispute between the government and the Jamaica Constabulary Force presents an opportunity for further discussions about the wage bill for rank-and-file police. The court gave the government until March 31, 2023 to implement a software system to efficiently capture and calculate overtime hours for members of the force. Dr. Clark, speaking with the news, acknowledged that the JCF was several thousand members short, and accordingly it was hoped that over time we will be able to adjust the compensation levels to be able to attract and retain more.
We are several thousand members short, and when we are short, it means that those who are there often have to take up more responsibility. We hope that over time we will be able to adjust compensation levels to be able to attract and retain more. We hope to be able to make the kind of allocations that some of the nagging issues that really annoy police officers, that they're resolved. But we want to make an effort to deal with some of the small everyday matters that would lend officers to believe that, the government may not, proverbially care. How could they care? And this is the case, and that is the case, and that is the case. This government intends to prioritize the police force. I think the judgment is very clear. It's very brief. I think the matters are quite clear. There is no dispute here on the facts, and that says a lot, right? The government was not contesting the facts. The government and the Police Federation agreed to the facts.
Sections of Tress Strait to be closed until midday Monday. The National Works Agency has served a notice that the intersection of Tress Strait and Duke Street and the Tress Strait and Hanover Street in downtown Kingston will be closed to vehicular traffic from today, Saturday, until midday Monday. This is to facilitate the construction of drains. This is the final stage of the project to improve the section of Tress Strait between Church Street and Rosemary Lane. Tress Strait, which was recently renamed Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Avenue, is being rehabilitated at a cost of nearly $20 million. Illegal guns seized in Rose Heights, 2 men in custody. The police in St. James on Friday seized a weather-created 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 9 12-gauge cartridges on Mall Road in Rose Heights. 2 men were taken into custody in connection with the seizure. The police report that about 6:35 p.m., a joint police-military team conducted an operation in the community when the weapon and ammunition were found in bushes and subsequently seized. The investigation continues. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.